Hi, it's Karen here. Thanks for joining me. Today I thought we would paint these two really fun, easy little whimsy abstract watercolour paintings. Nice and simple, limited palette, but this is what we're going to be painting. So let's get started. I hope you've all had a good week. It's been really lovely here today, so hey, long may it continue. Just bring in my paints. I'm just going to be using my size 4 round brush and a 6x6 watercolour paper that I've cut down. And first of all, what I'm going to be doing is just selecting some kind of 3 shades. So I'm going to go in to phthalo green, and I'm just going to do a cube shape, not worrying about it too much, and just getting that down on the paper. If you think, oh, it's not exactly in a cube shape, don't worry, it just adds to its charm. All right, so that's the first one, and then I'm going to go into cerulean blue, and this time I'm going to do a rectangle. Okay, now if you choose to load your brush up and have a creamier consistency of paint, you'll get a darker finished result on your rectangle, but it's up to you what you decide to do. The more water you add, the more diffuse, the more softer look you'll get. And finally, I'm going into blue-green and just roughly mark out my square rectangle. Okay, and just fill it in. Now there is some white spaces in there. I'm not worried about that at all. I think it'll give it quite a nice feel. Okay, so that's that one, and I thought it might be fun, just put that out of the way, I thought it might be fun to try some circles. So let's go into Rose Madder, and I'm just doing a circle-ish shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you do like things perfect, absolutely, you can get something that you can use as a template and then go around that. Now I'm just going to do another one. I don't want this as strong, and then I'm just going to go into cerise pink, glorious colour, and I don't actually mind if that's really nice and with the pigment, I don't mind if the colour's stronger on this. Excuse me. And as you can see, my circles aren't perfectly circular, but what I am urging you to do is try not to let the circles or the rectangles or whichever shapes that you decide to do bleed into its neighbour, because that's kind of not what we want in this painting. I'm just going to go into really nice cerise, sorry, scarlet red and just pop it in there. Okay, it's as easy as that. And you know what? I think I'm going to put a little purple one in here. Why not? Let's put a little purple one in there. Okay. Now when you're happy with what you've laid down, I'm just going to swizzle my work round, and it looked a bit flat on that side, so I'm just going to very carefully, avoiding the pink circle. If you do catch it, it's not the end of the world, but that's kind of where we want to be. So this is what you should have, and this is the format on what you should have right now. So I'm just going to put these to one side to dry, and then we'll get back to those. Now I've already painted these two, as you can see, and they're nice and dry. So what it lends itself now is to put in the stem of leaves in, and for this I'm going to use my my gel pen, and this is a 0.3 gel pen. It's got a really nice fine tip on, and I really like this size of nib. So what we're going to do, just pop that out of the way. Now you can decide which way you want your leaf stem to go. So I think I'm going to just draw an arc shape. Now at this stage, if you think, oh, I don't really want to go straight in and use my pen, then absolutely use your pencil, just to give you a rough idea where you want to put things, and then you can go over it with your pen. Okay, so these are just generic leaf shapes. All right, and they can be as large as you want. Just going to turn my work round. And then pens. Okay. And just keep working your way around. Your work. Okay, just pop that in a bit stronger so you can see. And then I think I'm going to put a leaf stem in there, and you can put as many leaves in as you like. You're not restricted at all. Okay, I think that's going to be enough on this one. But what I like to do is where the leaf stem meets the main stem, I just like to, that little niche bit there, I just like to fill in a little triangle of a darker colour. It just anchors the leaf to the stem a little bit better. So, and then we just carry on going down. All right. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go and do another. Now, my hand is not, I can never go right on top of the mark that I've already made, but I'm not worried about that. I quite like that it's, saying that, I've just done it. I quite like the fact that you've got two lines. So there's that one. And then we're going to do the same on this one, but this time we're going to put our stem going the opposite way, so they kind of converge in together. But if you like, or you feel more comfortable doing your leaf stems one particular way, then of course you stick to whatever makes you feel comfortable. And again, we're just doing these really easy, lovely, generic leaf shapes. All right. And let's put a little leaf stem in there. And I'm just going to put another one in there. Just like so. And again, going back in, I hope you can see all right, just filling the little V's where the leaf stem meets the main stem. There we go. And I'm just going to turn my work around a little bit, and I'm just going to put another line in and one here. Okay, and that will give us our leaves that we've already now put down. Now, if you like this the way it is, you can absolutely leave this as is. But if you prefer, you can bring in your metallic paints, and you can fill in, you know, paint in the leaf shapes that you've done. So on the, I think I'll do gold on the warmer tones. Just going to pop that out of the way. I'm just going to activate my paint. Now, this is classic gold. Love this colour. It's just glorious. So I'm now using my size 4 Japanese watercolour brush. It's got a nice point on it. And then what I'm going to do is, where you see plain white watercolour paper, just put your metallic in. So there's a little ridge there. Okay. Now I'm going to fill in this one, just ensuring that I'm loading my brush up, because I really want it nice and creamy so I can get a nice coverage of the paint. And I think I'm going to put one in there. Now, of course, if you prefer, you can put the gold accent on all of your leaves, if that's what you prefer. But I just think it gives it a nice, just a nice different feel. Okay, and I'm just carefully working my way in. I had a little bit too much paint on there, but not to worry. And this one here, I'm just going to turn you on your head at the moment, and I'm just going to pop just a gold tip on the end. If you think, oh, I'm not so keen on that, you can always go back and you can always make sure that you fill it in. Now, I'm going to fill this one in because I think red and gold just, well, they just look great together, don't they? And that gives it a really lovely pop. So I'm just working my way round, making sure that I don't get streaks. and just, okay. And do you know what? I think I'm just going to pop a little bit of gold in there. Now I think I'm going to fill that up solidly. And I quite like that one left naked, so to speak. So just clean my brush out. And that's that one. I'm going to set that one to one side and bring back in the square one. But this time I'm going to use metallic silver because it's a cooler, the cool blues. I thought it would work. It would work nice with that. So I'm just going to pop the silver in there. Okay. And I'm going to, again, just catch that round that blue edge. Like so. And I'm going to fill this one out in completely in with the metallic silver. All right, it's really important that you have a stand back and you look at your painting, because you can then judge whether you want to put more in or less. And you can always go over and paint, or you can, but you can't really go over the metallics. I'm thinking I'm going to pull these two leaf shapes together with these two colours. I'm just going to put in a solid leaf in there. Okay. Now, don't forget to have a stand back and have a look and see what you think. Now, why not try, let's just try doing a little, just one edge of the leaf, half and half, just to see how it looks. All right, so there's that one. What you can either leave this as it is. Now I'm going to call this done. You can either leave this as it is, or if you want to, you can splatter. Now I'm just going to bring it up very carefully so you can have a look. So that's it without the splattering. I think we'll leave that one, and then that's one's with the reds. Now I think I'm going to splatter this one, so going back into my classic gold, and you know it, just give it a little splatter, and the gold really kind of pulls the colours together. Now if you want to put bigger dots in, absolutely you can do that. Like so. So there we have it, a really fun, quick and super easy little Whimsy abstract watercolour. Now these are wet, so I'm just gonna very carefully bring these up so you can see. I don't know whether it's picking up on the metallics very well, but there's the one with splatters and there's the ones without splatters. Okay, I'm just going to pop those to one side, and I'm just going to show you ones that I'd done with different colours really. And so that's the pink with the splatters, with the squares, and that's with the gold. So just let me bring those back for you so you can have a good look. Am I in frame? Hopefully I am, and you can see. Okay, so there we have it, all finished, and with the circles. But if you want to do triangles, you can do triangles as well. That would be really good. So I hope you give it a go. Take care and see you again soon. Bye.